everyone, in this video we are going to look into the top 10 mistakes to avoid in the IELTS speaking section. The first one is lack of fluency and pausing. The lack of fluency and excessive pausing disrupt the natural flow of speech, impacting communication. When someone speaks slowly and inserts frequent filler words like or it interrupts the flow and makes the speech less coherent. This hesitancy can affect the listener's understanding and perception of the speaker's confidence and proficiency. For example, I think reading books is interesting. In this example, the speaker's excessive use of interrupts the sentence flow, causing hesitation. Instead of expressing their viewpoint confidently, the speaker's frequent pauses indicate uncertainty or lack of preparedness, affecting the overall quality of the speech. Now let us look into what is the second mistake you need to avoid. The second one being limited vocabulary and repetition. Using a restricted set of words and frequently relying on repetitive phrases or expressions indicate a lack of variety in vocabulary. For example, like I like, I mean, I really like, I like reading books because they are interesting, interesting. So whenever you make use of these words, then it shows that there is repetition. In this example, the speaker starts with simple statement I like, but struggles to convey their point without repetitive phrases. The overuse of I like and interesting demonstrates a reliance on limited set of expressions. Additionally, inserting is another filler that doesn't add meaningful content to the sentence. Now the improved version can be I thoroughly enjoy reading books because they offer captivating stories and expand my knowledge about different subjects. So this can be an improvised version of what you would definitely want to say. In this revised example, the speaker communicates their appreciation for reading books more elaborately instead of repetitively saying I like. They express their enthusiasm using synonyms like enjoy and thoroughly. Additionally, the sentence introduces varied vocabulary like captivating stories and expand my knowledge, demonstrating a richer and more diverse vocabulary range. Eliminating filler phrases like makes the response more concise and coherent. By diversifying vocabulary and avoiding repetitive phrases, candidates can enhance their speaking performance, displaying a broader range of language skills and lexical resources. Yes, now let us go on to the next one which you need to avoid, that is the grammatical errors. Mistake making frequent grammatical errors such as incorrect verb tense, subject-verb disagreement, or word order issues which can affect the accuracy and coherence of speech. For example, last week I go to the library and I sees many books there. This is an incorrect sentence. So let's look into the explanation. In this example, there are errors in verb tense and subject-verb agreement. The use of the present tense go and sees instead of the past tense went and saw creates inconsistency. Additionally, the subject-verb agreement is incorrect where I should be paired with saw. So let us look at the improvised version, which is last week I went to the library and saw many books there. So this is the improvised correct version. Now let's see the explanation. The explanation of improvised version. The revised sentence corrects the errors by using the appropriate past tense verbs went and saw in alignment with the past time frame mentioned and ensures proper subject verb agreement for clearer and more accurate communication. Improving grammatical accuracy helps candidates convey ideas clearly and effectively during the IELTS speaking test, enhancing overall communication skills. The next mistake which you need to avoid is incomplete responses. Providing insufficient and incomplete responses without expanding on ideas or offering details. For example, yes, I like traveling. I went to Paris. It was nice. Now let us see the explanation to the same. In this example, the response lacks depth and detail. The speaker merely affirms their interest in traveling and briefly mentions visiting Paris without elaborating on experiences or specific reasons for enjoyment. This brevity results in superficial and incomplete answer. So let us look into the improvised version. Traveling broadens my perspectives. During my visit to Paris, exploring the rich culture and iconic landmarks left a lasting impression. So let us look into the explanation of the improvised version. The revised response expands on the topic, emphasizing the benefits of traveling and provides specific details about the experience in Paris. This approach offers a more comprehensive and engaging response, showcasing depth and elaboration in speech. So this is required. Yes. Now let us look into the next one, which is misunderstanding questions. Now the mistake. Failing to comprehend the question asked and delivering an irrelevant and unrelated response. For example, the question, do you prefer shopping online or in physical stores? Answer, I like going to the movies on weekends. Now let us look into the explanation. In this instance, the respondent fails to grasp the question's intent regarding shopping preferences and instead offers a completely unrelated answer about weekend leisure activities. This response does not address the inquiry, leading to lack of relevance and understanding. So let us look into the improvised version. I prefer shopping online due to its convenience and the wider variety of choices available compared to physical stores. And let us look into the explanation of the same, that is the improvised version. The revised response directly addresses the question by expressing a clear preference for online shopping and briefly explains the reasons behind that preference. This answer aligns with the topic of shopping preferences and offers a more relevant and coherent response. Yes, now let us look into what is the next mistake which you need to avoid, which is the overuse of fillers. Now the mistake is overusing filler words such as you know, or like during speech can disrupt fluency and distract from the message being conveyed. For example, I, really enjoy like going to, the movies. So if you look at this sentence which I just said, let us look into the explanation. In this example, the speaker excessively uses filler words, interrupting the flow of speech and creating hesitancy. The frequent insertion of and like adds unnecessary pauses and distractions, diminishing the clarity and impact of the message. So you need to avoid these. Yes, now let us look into the improvised version. I truly appreciate going to the movies as it offers a great way to unwind and enjoy different stories on the big screen. Now let us look into the explanation for the improvised version. The revised response avoids filler words and presents a more coherent and articulate expression of the speaker's enjoyment of watching movies. By eliminating unnecessary fillers, the speech becomes more fluent and focused, enhancing the listener's understanding and engagement. Yes, Now, what is the next mistake which you need to avoid? That is in relation to pronunciation and intonation issues. The mistake is displaying pronunciation or intonation issues by mispronouncing words or using poor inflection, impacting the natural flow and clarity of speech. For example, mispronouncing comfortable as comfortable or speaking in a monotone voice without inflection. Okay, so now let us look into the explanation. In this example, the speaker mispronounces the word comfortable, altering the correct pronunciation and affecting the comprehension. Additionally, speaking in a monotone without varying pitch or emphasizes creates a lack of expressiveness, making the speech less engaging and less clear. The improvised version is pronouncing comfortable as comfortable with a relaxed and natural tone and varying intonation to convey emphasis and meaning in speech. Now let us look into the explanation of the improvised version. The improved pronunciation accurately renders the word comfortable with correct stress on syllables, enhancing clarity. Furthermore, incorporating varied intonation and inflection helps convey emotions and emphasize key points, making the speech more engaging and easier to understand. This contributes to a more effective and expressive communication style. Fine. So let us go on to the next one, that is avoiding complex structure. The mistake is restricting speech to simple sentence structures and avoiding diverse or sophisticated language, resulting in monotonous or repetitive speech patterns. For example, I like to eat. I eat pizza. Pizza is tasty. Now let us look into the explanation of this. In this example, the speaker uses repetitive and straightforward sentences structure without incorporating complexity or varied language. The lack of diversity in sentence construction leads to a repetitive and less engaging presentation of ideas. The improvised version or the improved version can be: I savor diverse cuisines, but one of my favorite is pizza. Its delectable blend of flavors and textures never fails to delight my taste buds. Now let us look into the explanation of the improvised version, that is improved version. The improved response employs more intricate sentence structures and varied language to express the enjoyment of eating pizza. By introducing diverse vocabulary and offering a more detailed description, the speech becomes more engaging and expressive, capturing the richness of experience in a more sophisticated manner. This enhances the overall quality and depth of communication. Yes, now let us look into the next one, which is not using linking words and transitions. The mistake is neglecting to utilize linking words or transitions, causing speech to appear disjointed or abrupt without smooth connections between ideas. For example, I like sports. I play football. Football is fun. Now let us look into the explanation of this. In this example, the speaker presents separate ideas without using linking words or transitions to connect them. The absence of cohesive elements results in fragmented presentation, making the speech seem abrupt and lacking flow between related concepts. The improved version can be: let us see what it can be. I am passionate about sports, particularly football, as it offers not only physical activity but also a sense of teamwork and camaraderie, making it an incredibly enjoyable experience. The explanation for the improved version is: the revised response integrates linking words and transitions, forming a cohesive structure by connecting ideas about sports and football. By using phrases like particularly, not only, but also, and offering additional context, the speech becomes more coherent and seamless, enabling a smoother flow between related concepts and enhancing the overall comprehension. Now let us look into the last mistake which you need to avoid, which is in relation to the lack of time management. The mistake is ineffective time management during speaking tasks, leading to either providing overly brief responses that lack necessary details or exceeding the allotted time limit by veering off topic or rambling without addressing the key points to the question. Here the example is providing very brief responses for speaking tasks that requires more detailed information or rambling or without addressing the question's main points. The explanation here can be, in the first scenario, offering a very concise response might hinder the required depth or explanation necessary to fully answer the question. Conversely, in the second scenario, speaking excessively without focus leads to straying from the question's core elements, resulting in irrelevant or non-substantive content. The improved approach, you can say, while time constraints are challenging, I aim for a balanced response. I focus on key points by providing sufficient detail without straying off topic, ensuring a comprehensive yet concise answer within the allocated time. Now let us look into the explanation for the improved approach. The improved approach involves a strategic balance in response length, ensuring a concise yet informative answer that addresses the question's main aspects within the time limit. By acknowledging the importance of balance and relevance in responses, the speaker aims to provide adequate detail without wasting time on relevant information. Yes, so this sums up the 10 mistakes to avoid in your speaking section. I hope you found this content helpful. If you did, please hit the like button. If you would look out for more content on this type of information, please hit the like button, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much.